This is just a condensed version of what was going to be 2 videos, which would have been too long. It's really just a response to your comments and a thank you for your comments. A lot of them were confirmation of things that I've ex- I'm experiencing, particularly regarding people's behavior, um, even turning into monsters, literally turning into monsters and becoming very cold. But I will add to that, a lot of people, and I do not know if this is directly related to this. I think it could be part of the strong delusion that's come over the world. Very dumbed down. They're just, you can't talk even business with them. You can't talk about even practical things because they're not all there. At least that's what I'm experiencing. It's not anything to laugh about. It's all of this is tragic, and the reason this is really hard. The reason that this is causing separation from God is because, as you know, it isn't just an injection, it's tampering with your DNA. And that's why it's so gravely serious. That's why it can jeopardize your soul, because God made you in his own image, and this is an attack on that. And it's such an oversimplification, but it really is what is happening. And it's devastating to me because, these are not people that I've known that have gotten into, people I love and care about, and you too. But they wouldn't, in every case, except one, because I didn't know he was doing it. In every case, I've always said, please don't. But sometimes, if they don't want to hear the spiritual reason, you have to try to just give them the physical reason. What it can do to you, and all the delayed reactions that people are getting. I brought that up because some people aren't interested in the spiritual, which is of course why they end up taking it. Like we've talked about, and like you shared in your comments, that you knew in your spirit not to do it. But it's going to get harder and harder to communicate with people because of it. But I will say this: I have to share this, and it's a little bit hard to condense. But I was having a lot of things happening today that probably wouldn't upset most people, but they were upsetting me because I I tried to be organized, and I tried to be productive and all the rest of it. But and I wasn't being. But I didn't trust. I didn't trust that. I didn't leave it in his hands. So I'm repenting of that. I am. I didn't leave it to him. And you know what? Everything in the end fell into place like clockwork. Like clockwork. I mean, I saw the design behind it. It was amazing. The day just unfolded after mid-afternoon, actually in the evening, like clockwork. Everything fell into place and he was directing it. I know he was. And even to the point where, see, I moved from an upstairs apartment to a downstairs apartment a year ago in January, and even to the point where I finally had communication with the person who'd moved into my old apartment. And today he brought me a heap of mail. See, he didn't know who I was. He didn't know, that I lived downstairs. And he very kindly brought me a heap of mail that he hadn't thrown out, that he had just saved, that had been delivered to the old mailbox. It's just a courtesy. So that was a cool thing, but I just saw everything that I thought was going wrong not go wrong. And I give credit to the Lord, but I rebuke myself for not trusting, because he always does. Not in our time, never in our time, in his time. So I'm thankful right now. And I've got to keep remembering that, because today was nothing. It is going to get so much worse. And I've got to stay focused.